Hey guys, welcome back to Gallivant and Kendall. I'm Kendall Clement. I'm a Navy veteran and a former Hollywood working actor. I've been living here in the Philippines for 2 years now. Today I'm going to talk to you about my stupidity and the care I received from my Philippines doctor. And if you stick around till the end, I'll share with you one medical miracle I may have received just by virtue of the fact that I've moved to the Philippines. So hit like and subscribe, and let's ride. Hey everybody, I have had the same primary care doctor for a little over a year now. Dr. D, since I've been with her, has always taken real good care of me. Before this past Monday, I last saw her probably last week of May. Towards the end of the visit, she asked me if I wanted a flu shot. I looked at her and with a fair amount of American know-it-all arrogance, I said, well, flu season doesn't start until what, August? I usually don't get a flu shot until August or September. She said, it's a good idea to get it in May or June. That way you're covered. My ego was on full display, folks. I scoffed and smiled and said, tell you what, let's compromise. I'll come back in July and get it. She just smiled, shrugged, and said, okay. So last Saturday, about a month later, almost to the day, I'm at home and happy. It was my cheat day, so I had my American breakfast at McDonald's. That's my Saturday morning tradition. I had my burger and fries for lunch, and I was about to dive into my Lechon and Lay's potato chips. Lechon and Lay's is a new cheat day favorite that I like very much. My cheat day dinner is either that or pizza. Anyway, I'm about to dive into my Lechon and Lay's and I start having sneezing and coughing fits. I didn't think anything of it. Probably just allergies. I had my cheat day dinner, enjoyed a couple of cheat day candy bars while watching a movie on Peacock, and I noticed it was a little bit chilly. The aircon wasn't even on. The next thing I know, I'm in my bed and literally shivering under the sheets. And for the next week, I am sick. I had an on-again, off-again fever for a solid week. Now, my doctor is a 1-hour scooter ride away, and there was no way I had enough strength to ride that far. Oh, by the way, you know how I'm always telling you to live no further than 10 to 20 minutes from the nearest hospital if you're over 50? I recommend the same for your primary care doc, because if you've got a fever and you have to go in to see her and she's 1 hour away, it ain't gonna happen. Anyway, I finally managed to go in to see her after about a week. I walk in and I say, remember when you tried to get me to get my flu shot about a month ago and I said no? She said, yes, what happened? I said, I got the flu. She laughed and I laughed and coughed. And she laughed and I laughed and coughed again. And then she examined me and afterwards she said, you've got the flu. Anyway, she sat down and wrote out several prescriptions, gave me my flu shot, and I left. Ladies and gentlemen, the moral of the story is, listen to your Philippines doctor. This is not the USA. Things like flu season cycles are different here than in the US. Don't be a bonehead like me and wind up needlessly sick because you think you know better. Okay, so let's talk cost. The normal office visit for her is 600 pesos, but as a senior, I paid only 500 pesos. I also got a discount for the flu shot. My total office visit, including my flu shot, was 2,000 pesos or $34.15. She also prescribed 3 medications for my flu symptoms, which came to a total of $24.15. And that included 5 milligram pills of erythromycin, my antibiotic. Guys, this flu cost me a grand total of $53.28 out of pocket. I am not complaining. I am constantly pleasantly surprised by the things that I've experienced since I've been here in the Philippines. I mean, yes, of course we have the obvious benefits of living here, like the extremely low cost of living, the easiness at which we find and are able to create more fulfilling personal lives. I mean, many of us never had gratifying personal lives or families of our own before we came here. Then shortly after we arrive, boom, there it is. We've hit the lottery in our personal lives. In many cases, our lives were dull and uneventful prior to coming to the Philippines. Now, we're living a new adventure. We live in a country where we can travel, go island hopping, scuba diving, swim with sardines, sea turtles, and whale sharks for less than the cost of a tank of gas in the U.S. And here's the thing, at least here in Cebu, even if you can't afford the fancy resorts, there are very pleasant accommodations all over the place for you to enjoy the same activities. This kind of a lifestyle eases your level of stress and makes your life more fun. And that is beneficial to your health. Speaking of health, I need to share with you a piece of advice my first Philippines doctor gave me. After I'd seen him several times and he'd evaluated me pretty thoroughly, really, and I'd had several blood tests, so he knew what was going on with me, he warned me about the Filipino diet. In fact, he told me to stay with as much of my normal American diet as I could. He simply said that Filipino food is loaded with fat, oil, cholesterol, and sodium. And I don't know if any of you know this or not, but MSG is a popular seasoning in Filipino cooking. Now in the West, we've learned that that stuff will kill you. So I stick as closely as I can to my American diet. My lifestyle is pretty well defined. I work out 5 to 6 days a week for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I stick to my American diet during the week. Now, I do have some pretty severe physical limitations, but I do what I can. I do what I can, and it takes a while. Along with that, I stick to healthy proportions, healthy portions. I eat 1,500 calories or a little less each day, except on my free day, my cheat day. On my cheat day, I eat whatever I want, whether it's Filipino food, burgers, pizza, and ice cream. I came here to live longer and happier, not to kill myself slowly. Now, I discovered while I was in Dr. D's office that I may have been the beneficiary of a medical miracle here in the Philippines. For years, for at least 15 years, I have been taking count them, 3 medications for high blood pressure. Almost 2 years ago, a few months after I'd arrived, the doctor I had then took me off of one of the 3 blood pressure meds I had been taking for many years. Well, the other day, Dr. D told me she's not so sure I need to continue with another one of my blood pressure meds. In other words, there may be another blood pressure medication I can stop taking. The only explanation I can give you for that is that I am now living in a much less stressful environment and living a much less stressful lifestyle than I was living when I was in Los Angeles. And it's not just any less stressful environment. I attribute this change to the island vibe of the Philippines. It is life-changing. It has been beneficial to my health. Amazing. If you feel you've gotten value out of this video, hit like and subscribe. And as always, take care of each other and give a great day.